Yesterday was a very, very painful one. Arsenal they really let me down. They let everybody down. The players, the coach, everybody they let us down. Why? Let's start from the selection. Arteta made a very wrong selection. And for me, I always say this, and I have to start with his decision to always play Gyökeres over Gabriel Jesus. I don't know what is happening. Are they having any issue or what? For me, there is no way Gyökeres should be starting ahead of Gabriel Jesus. Under no circumstance should that be allowed to happen. No chance. But you know what Arteta did? He did what he always does. And that's where the problem started. Noni Madueke has proved that he's in a better form more than Bukayo Saka. Honestly, I feel a little bit of ashamed to say this because I have opposed people that are saying Saka should be benched. Noni Madueke is a young man that has picked up form, who deserves a starting 11. He deserves his place in that starting 11. He didn't play him. He decided to go with Saka, who hasn't been in a good form lately. What about at the back? Ben White. I have had issue about Ben White not starting, but a few times he has come on. He has not really shown. He has not shown a convincing performance. So I wouldn't start him. I would have played Masquerade there. It's so sad that Timber is injured at the moment. So in that one, I fought him again. Calafiori. I think Calafiori should have started ahead of Hincapié. I love Hincapié, but Calafiori gives us a different way of playing. You can see anytime Calafiori comes in the middle, he helps the midfielders to push forward. I know so many people will say, okay, what about when he came in, then things changed. There were a few crosses that came from his side and all that. But no, the first goal came when Hincapié was still there. Don't forget that. I don't know what happened yesterday. We had a good performance in the first half. I don't think it was very, very convincing, but it was all right. At the just after 7 minutes, we had about 3 shots on target, which City's keeper managed to make an outstanding 3 saves. Now, going back into the second half, whatever that happened, Arsenal completely collapsed. They allowed City to start taking touches. They allow cities to start dictating what is going to happen, how the game should be played. And that's where the problem started. If you go back to that match, you can sense that Arteta probably saw that coming. Arteta tried to persuading his players to go out there and play to stop defending. At the time, it seems they were not listening to him. Even prior to their goal, if you look, Arteta, there was a time he almost did like, immediately he acted like he gave up, and that goal happened. So our players yesterday were really, really poor. And shortly, I'll go into players' ratings. Earlier on in the match, in my match preview, I said that if they lose this match, it might affect them psychologically. And I hope that doesn't happen from now on. This is why, for me, performance is key in everything. I can accept losing, but what I cannot accept, what I fail to understand, is why you would perform very, very poor in a Carabao Cup Final at the Wembley Stadium. Yes, no one is expecting you to be perfect, but your performance must be convincing. And that's exactly what happened to us. And now, allow me to speak about this thing that has been happening to Arsenal this season. We play well in the first half, then second half we collapse. And all these big teams has been using it against us to get results. Liverpool did this same thing. Chelsea tried doing it, but they got red card. And we managed to win that match. City did it in the first leg we played against them. In the first leg in the Premier League. And they did that same thing again yesterday. Are you telling me that the board, that the managers in Arsenal are not seeing all these things happening? Can someone make it make sense to me? We must now start looking at these things as a big, big problem. Otherwise, if it is not addressed, it might affect us for the rest of the season. Having said that, I will now go into players' ratings. For me, Kepa Arrizabalaga is 4 out of 10. The first goal they scored was his spill. And I cannot give him even 5. So 4, I would say. William Saliba managed to keep Haaland quiet. Haaland didn't have much to do. So I'll give him 7. He's probably the only player I think performed well or performed better than others. Gabriel Jesus, 6 out of 10. He was just there. His performance was not a top-notch. So I would leave it at that. What about Ben White? 5.5 out of 10. Declan Rice, 6 out of 10. Kai Havertz, 5 out of 10. Bukayo Saka, 6 out of 10. Viktor Gyökeres, no shots on target. If I am to have it my way, I'll give him 2. But I'll leave it at 5. Leandro Trossard, I'm not even sure that he dribbled past any player. I'll give him 5 out of 10. Is this the right rating? Let me know in the comment section. Now, let me quickly go to Arteta's press conference, his interview after the match. And he said, "It's very, very painful. We've had a remarkable 8 months, and now we are going to use this disappointment and this fire in the belly to have the most amazing 2 months that we've ever had together." And he's saying that he stood by his goalkeeper choice and he would pick him again. What do you think about that? Was it the right decision to pick Arrizabalaga in the finals? For me, I am going with him. I agree with what he said. Arrizabalaga has been the one keeping throughout the tournament. So it would be unjustified, or it would be an injustice to leave him on the bench and to bring on Raya. Yes, his performance was not good, but who saw that coming? So it is okay. I don't think it was the worst decision of the season. So it is okay. He was right. I think he's right there. So that's it on the Carabao Cup Finals review. I think we should have done better. So according to him, he said, "Let us use the fire. We are going to use the fire in our belly to have the most amazing 2 months we have ever had." I'll be positive about that. I'll be positive, and I will hope that they are able to bounce back, which is something they have been very, very good this season at doing. Each time we've lost a match, they have always shown remorse, and they have bounced back several times. It has happened to us this season. So I will leave it at that, and I'm hoping that this is going to propel them into achieving greater things this season. So the hope for quadruple is gone. Although I've never been a huge fan of the quadruple, because I'm not sure it was going to happen anyways. I didn't think it was going to happen. No team has ever done it. So why do you think that this Arsenal with their performance is going to achieve that? So that wasn't going to happen anyways. But yeah, let's hope for the best this season. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do at Talent Sports TV. And make sure you follow all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Talent Sports TV. And I'll see you next time. Bye.